Well, today's episode is a little bit unusual because our show is called Two Guys Discussing Russia Over Pastries, but we invited a specialist from Ukraine and we'll be discussing Ukraine. But we'll be discussing the problem which is very similar to Russia. And the problem is, will the new parliament in Ukraine fight corruption effectively? And our guest today is Volodymyr Dubovyk. He's professor at Odessa National University. And as a guest, I want to give you the floor first. So, will the new Ukrainian Parliament fight corruption effectively?
Well, I think there's a high chance for that to happen. So there's yes, because I think there's going to be a new blood in the Parliament, some new political formations as well. And also there's clearly a calling within the society and support within society for fighting corruption. That was one of the messages and slogans of Maidan, so a lot of people support that, but also people who didn't support Maidan, they would like to see corruption being fought in the country. And also the Russian invasion helps in a way to consolidate society, and then people would be asking the question, like you had these people who died in Maidan, and then you also had those heroes who died in the front line, in the Eastern Front, so to speak, in Ukraine, and then all those lives were kind of wasted, they gone in vain, if there is no result, if there is no breakthrough and moving forward. So, and civil society in Ukraine is kind of strong right now. It's capable of applying a lot of pressure on any political branch, be it executive or legislative. Then, of course, there is still corruption around, and this particular parliament's lists for various parties, they've been shaped in a situation when corruption is still around. So, I mean, we might see some of those backroom deals, unfortunately, now and then, and we might see some of those familiar old faces that we've seen around, and we don't like them. But I guess there is a chance for corruption to be fought in the next parliament.
Okay, so you think the new parliament will fight corruption under the pressure of civil society,
That's
not
right.
because it's
That's
the
right.
best one?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think about?
Well, I would like to be optimistic about the future of Ukraine, and generally speaking I am, but in this case, let's look at some of the history and the situation on the ground. So first of all, we did have the Orange Revolution, which was also an attempt to change the system in Ukraine, and as we know, that attempt failed. It was perhaps even more corrupt than the previous regime. Another problem is that we have a new president in Ukraine, and he himself is really a representative of the old system, an oligarch who played a role in creating the corruption of the old times, and it's not clear, while he's doing a very good job in terms of prosecuting the war in the East, it's not clear that he'll have the ability to reform the economy there. We already saw Tatiana Chernobyl, who was in charge of the anti-corruption committee, resigned in August, saying it was too difficult to get anything done. So that suggests that some of the people who brought about the Euromaidan are already becoming very frustrated with the system. So while we're hopeful for change after the October elections, it looks like it'll be a very difficult road to do that.
Well, I guess Ukrainian politics are as unpredictable as Russian ones, so maybe only our traditional coin tossing.
I think Ukraine is some more unpredictable than Russian ones.
So, as a guest, your
I'll say heads.
Heads for the parliament will fight, and tails for parliament won't be able. And it is
Heads.
All right.
So,
okay.
congratulations to the Ukrainian.
Yeah, we're about to finish that corruption once and forever. Thank you, guys. Thank you.